Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 'Cause I Said So podcast with me. My name's Alex Bennett, and my mom,
named Kim, or Content Kim.
Content Kim. Mm-hmm. That's what we call her around these parts. We have tried to record this. This is number 9, 10. I don't even know anymore. We're throwing out all of our notes. We just have bullet points this time, and this is the one, Mom.
Okay.
This episode is going to be the one. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that we have, that was my way of telling you we're on YouTube. You can see that behind us, we have our logo.
Woohoo!
Which I'm excited about because I feel like it means we're official.
Yes, we're official.
And if you're listening to us on audio, well, then you already know how to find us. But you can find us on any of the podcast platforms. Anywhere you want to listen to a podcast, we're there. The 'Cause I Said So podcast. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool, Mom.
Yep, pretty cool.
We're coming out with a new episode every Thursday. And sometimes we might be in a different location. Right now, we're in the office. Sometimes we might have a guest on. Sometimes we might be doing jumping jacks. I don't know. Sometimes we might be in the streets interviewing people. We're calling it an evolving podcast, and we're just going to see where it goes, and we're going to follow it.
Yes, and we're also going to have a hotline.
Yes, tell them about the hotline, Mom.
So we're going to have a hotline number that you can call in. It's going to be posted this Friday.
Yeah, so tomorrow.
And we're going to put a prompt out every week for the hotline so that we can have it on our show.
Correct.
And we'll either have it on our show or we'll do it on Instagram, but we'll put it somewhere. So the question this week is, what does your mom or daughter do that drives you crazy?
So we're going to put out the number tomorrow. Mm-hmm. On our Instagram stories or in feed, and we're going to tell you the number. You call the number, and it'll be like, beep, and then you can be like, my mom does this that annoys me, or my daughter does X, and you tell us.
Or you say, my mom is the nicest mom. This is what she does. I just wanted to share that with you.
You could call us and tell us if your mom's great.
Yeah.
If I were to call the hotline, here's what I'd say. We were sitting in a meeting earlier and we were discussing what we were going to say on this podcast. And in the middle of it, I looked over and my mom was on her phone, and I thought, how great that she's taking notes. So we said, Mom, what are you doing? You taking notes? You texting somebody? She's like, mm-hmm. And we're like, what are you doing? So we made her turn the phone around, and she was just texting my dad. Didn't even know what we were talking about. Wasn't paying any attention. So that's an example of what I would call in and say to the hotline.
Yes, okay, I got that, yeah.
I would say my mom doesn't pay attention to me, neglects me, doesn't care about her job.
Yeah, and I might call in and say, my boss is such a hard ass.
Spoiler alert, I am not technically Kim's boss, but she calls me her boss.
I'm pretty sure you're technically my boss.
No, we're co-workers, Mom.
Yeah, I keep getting reminded that I can be fired. And then my husband says, you can quit.
You can quit, and you can. I actually don't think you can. I think technically you're contractually obligated to remain as my co-host.
I think he read the contract and said you can quit.
No, that's so sad. Yeah. So you call the hotline. You tell us what we're gonna do with your answers. We're gonna play them on some of the podcasts, and we're gonna use them for little Instagram videos. I can't wait to hear people say, though. I think it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, it'll be great.
And if you're having a really bad
and
day.
not even funny. I mean, it'll be good information.
Yeah, it could be something helpful your mom does.
Yeah.
But this week, try to stick to what your mom or daughter does that annoys you.
Yes, that's good.
We want to start out with a bang. So hit us with all the annoying things. Okay, so this episode is dedicating to you guys getting to know us and how we got to Barstool. So we are co-workers. We work at Barstool Sports. Barstool Sports is a digital media company that focuses on sports and pop culture. We've got a wide range of demographics that's going to listen to this show. Like, I'm 28, but my mom is 74. So, just kidding. She's 58.
Thank you.
People will be like, oh, she looks really good.
Thank you.
You look good for 58, too.
That's good.
But the point is, there's some things that the younger crowd might know that the older crowd might not know. So, at the beginning, I'm going to do some explaining. So, Barstool is a digital media company. And we've got a ton of podcasts, a ton of creators. We're headquartered in New York, so I now live in New York.
I am living in Oklahoma City and in New York. I am commuting back and forth right now.
You're trying to find a place up here.
I'm trying to find a place up here, and even then I'll still be commuting, but it'll be like 2 weeks at a time and 2 weeks home instead of back and forth every other week.
Yeah, you'll truly commute to your job.
Yes.
So we are full-time content employees here. Yes, one of the biggest questions I get is like, is your mom actually employed at Barstool?
I'm actually employed.
Tell them.
I'm actually employed at Barstool Sports. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, tell them like you have a paycheck.
Oh, I get a paycheck. Yeah, I actually do work. Despite my daughter thinks I need to work harder and smarter, I'm pretty sure that I get a paycheck for working hard.
You do.
I think I was here before anyone else was in the entire office the other day. So
she was the first one of the office. Early bird gets the worm.
Mm-hmm.
So how did we get our job here? We got it by making TikToks. During quarantine, I started filming my mom, just you being a mom, like you in your element at home.
Mm-hmm.
You never knew I was filming you, and I just, anything you would do, I was like, oh, this is great for the internet.
Yeah, no, I never did know when you were very sneaky.
Well, I don't think you thought I was making TikToks. I think you were just like,
I thought you were on your phone.
yeah, on my phone, or maybe I was filming you, but like for no good reason. But I was making TikToks, and they started to catch some traction. And people were like, oh, I like this mom. TikTok calls you our mom. And so then eventually I was like, I want to take this mom-daughter duo and I want to make content somewhere. And I knew the only place I wanted to make content was Barstool Sports. So Dave put out a tweet. Dave Portnoy, for the ones that don't know, he's the founder of Barstool. So Dave put out a tweet saying, today's question of the day: did Barstool Sports discover and help launch the careers of the two most successful digital female content creators of the last 2 decades, Jenna Marbles and Alex Cooper? Not bad for a sexist company in a male-dominated field. Who's next? And I saw that tweet and I was like, I want to be next. So I went home and I was like, Mom, we're going to make a video to Barstool explaining why they need to hire a mom. So we did it. We shot a reel, and then I sent it to everybody I could find on the internet with a Barstool email address.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were crazy.
Yeah, you didn't. I don't think you knew what I was doing.
You kept making me pronounce Dave Portnoy's name.
Yeah, you didn't know how to say it at first. You didn't know what Barstool was.
No, I just thought it was funny sport videos, like how they do on ESPN of the play of the week or whatever. I thought it was
Funny clips.
blurbs. Yeah,
Yeah, little like memes or short videos.
that's all I thought it was.
And then you learned they've got all different podcasts, history, pop culture. Like,
No, they have a lot of good stuff.
yeah,
Yes.
a lot of great stuff. So we made the video, sent it in, and then a week later, I got an email from Gaz, who was one of the first employees here, also runs all the social. He like runs everything.
And is the nicest person.
He is so nice. Okay, so Gaz replies to the email, and he's like, let's set up a Zoom call. So Gaz, we have the Zoom call. That night, he was like, make sure your mom really wants to do this. So that night I had a long conversation with you, and I was like, why do you want to do this with me? Like, are you actually down? Do you remember what you
Yes.
said?
No, I probably said yes.
But do you remember the reason?
No.
You said any mom would die to work with their daughter.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did say that.
She's since then forgotten that.
Well, no, because because we've kind of gone about 1,000 paces in front of that, so I've forgotten. Mhm.
So then
Yeah, that's true.
you did say any mom would love to work
Oh my
with their
God!
daughter.
I after today, I've kind of forgotten I enjoy working with you.
I know. We've had a rough day. We've tried to record this a couple times. Lunch was rough. Kim
Yeah.
told me to STFU. You actually said the word.
Well, okay, your
She
dad
did.
was bitching at me on the phone, and then you were bitching at me in person. I was like, okay, I've had it.
Everybody shut up.
Just go home.
Then the next day, I FaceTime with Dave. And then from there, we basically signed our contract and started 2 weeks later. So I moved to New York. I live out here.
Hmm. And you love it, right?
I absolutely love New York. I think it's vibrant. Everyone's like, is New York back since COVID? I'm here to tell you.
Back, yeah.
It's back. We can't get a reservation anywhere.
No, it's very hard.
Restaurants are crowded. It's a blast.
But there's so many great restaurants here.
I think it's the best, some of the best food ever.
Yeah.
Moving on, Mom, was it hard for you when I started putting you in TikTok videos?
No, not at first, because first of all, I didn't know you were recording me. And second of all, I felt pretty safe just being in a video with you, like you talking and doing all that. I was just being me, so it was pretty natural. Then after time and you kept posting them, I was like, damn, I should put some makeup on. I look like hell all the time. I generally don't always look like hell. I always put on makeup and go out for the day, but you're always doing them when I'm like at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day. So,
I always think you look great.
well, that's sweet. Thanks.
Okay, so you didn't have a job for 31 years. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
So
Well, I mean, okay. I definitely had a job.
you were a mom,
Yeah, that
but you
was-
weren't employed.
No, it was not. I did not have a paycheck for 31 years.
All right, I'm going to rifle some questions at you. What'd you do before you had kids?
I worked at an advertising agency.
And then you had me and my brother.
Had your brother and you.
My brother first. He's older. My brother's name is Michael.
He's 31. He lives in Atlanta, and he works in investment banking.
And then you had me. Your daughter.
Your daughter. My daughter.
Which one's your favorite child?
Well, today he lives in Atlanta.
Today his name is Michael.
No, I don't have a favorite child.
No, you and Dad have always said we're
No
equal.
favorites, yep.
How lovely is that?
Maybe when you have 3, you can have a favorite, but you definitely can't when you have 2.
When you have 3, you could have a least favorite for sure.
Yeah, maybe. I doubt it.
My mom always said that I was her favorite daughter and my brother was her favorite son.
That's what I do.
That's fair.
I
That's
used
so
to
fair.
say best son, best daughter.
Best son, yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
A best son and a best daughter. So then for 31 years, you were full-time mom and you volunteered a lot.
Mm-hmm. I volunteered a lot.
And you were like super mom.
I loved being a mom more than anything. Like I loved that life of being a mom and a wife and taking care of everybody and being involved in your life, everybody's life, including Joe's. That was just great for me. I loved it. Loved it.
How long have you been married to Joe?
33 years.
Did you think you would ever work again?
No. I just thought I was destined to always have to volunteer. Not that I don't like to volunteer, but it just gets old if you keep doing it.
Did you want a job?
Yeah, I kind of want. Oh, yeah, I wanted a job, and every time I would bring up something about a job, you'd all go, "No, you can't do that, Mom."
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just shed some light upon what these jobs were.
Well, they were fun. There's not a lot in Oklahoma City. I'd be like, "Okay, I'll go work part time at Pottery
Williams
Barn."
Sonoma.
Yeah.
It's always we're going to work at Williams Sonoma and stock the shelves.
Yeah, that'd be a lot. That'd be kind of fun every once in a while to do.
It would be fun, but I don't think that's what you wanted to do. No, I think that would be great.
Yeah, and then Joe's like, "You're never going to be able to get off," and then you. So it's like, okay.
No, I think you should have done it. I think you should have shot your shot. But now here you are. You are a Barstool mom. You're the first mom at Barstool. Not the first mom. There's moms here, but like your title
I'm the first old mom.
You are the oldest person here
that I know of.
That you know of. Mm-hmm. What's the hardest part about working at Barstool?
Figuring everything out. Figuring out all of the different social medias, all the different shows, who's on what show, what that show's about, why that show is that long,
what their names are,
what their show name is, what their real name is, everything. I mean, it's a lot. When they're messing with me, when they're not messing with me. Pretty much just the dynamics in general.
This office is so much fun to work in because there's tons of creators everywhere and they all have nicknames. Like Content Kim, I don't have a nickname, but you even have a nickname.
Yeah, but at least my name is in it.
Yeah, but yeah, Big Cat. He's if some of the moms watching don't know who Big Cat is, he's one of the biggest personalities here. But his real name's Dan, but he goes by Big Cat.
Right.
Dan Katz.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You've got KFC. You've got Large, who's not even that large.
No, he's
just
the
tall.
happiest looking man I've ever seen.
He's so happy and nice. So you're just trying to keep track of these names. You walk in one day and they've got a cockroach sitting on our desk as a joke. Like Big Cat's thing is he has a pile. Like he keeps a pile behind his desk. It kind of became famous. And he doesn't organize it, but he knows where everything is. And
so they thought it was a really good idea for me to go organize it when he was gone one day. So I went and got some boxes and started organizing it. And instead of him being on the show, he I guess it started late or whatever, he came and caught me in the middle of it. I couldn't tell if he was kidding or upset or not. And then I was just completely like flustered. I didn't even know what to do. And then later he comes up and he kind of taps me and he's like, "I can't find my jersey anywhere." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm in so much trouble."
Not at all. Big Cat's so nice.
I know,
too.
but then he doesn't talk a lot. To me.
Okay.
Then I go back and find the jersey for him and put it on the deal, and then later on I see he was just messing with me, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I missed the whole thing." Like I could have had a cute little everything about that on my Instagram, but I didn't figure it out in time.
That's okay. That's part of the learning curve that will come with time, don't you think?
Maybe if I'm in here more.
Yeah. Once you get into routine, you will be in here more.
Yeah. Okay. Since you've been asking me all these questions, I have some for you.
Okay.
Okay. So how is Graham, your husband, liking it in New York City so far?
He loves New York. I think it was hard on him at first. We lived in a hotel for 40 days, and he's just physically large. Like he's 6'6", and the hotel rooms are small here. So I think he was just – it happened so fast. Like I told him when I applied for Barstool, I was like, if I get this job, we're going to go. And he was like, of course we're going to go.
So he is extremely supportive.
Always been so supportive. He's like, this is your dream job. Luckily, Graham's getting his master's online, so he has the ability to live wherever. Mm-hmm. So he said, you get that job, girl, we're going.
Yeah. But being in an apartment is hard when you're doing anything like school online, like just having that extra. It's not like you're in a big spread out city.
He's just fine in the apartment. He's happy to be in the apartment now and out of the hotel.
Well, I guess that's true.
It just happened so quickly for him. I don't think he got to come up for air and realize that he now lives in New York.
Yeah.
So 3 months in, it's like hitting us.
Yeah.
But luckily, we absolutely love New York.
And you guys have friends here, right?
We have more friends here than I've ever had before. I'm just kidding. But I do have
I was
friends
like,
here.
really? I don't think so.
That's
but
sad.
Okay.
No, we do. We have a good amount of friends here. There's a good amount of people from Oklahoma here.
There is. Not my age, but there are a lot.
Yeah, our
I
age
think a
there
lot
are.
younger there are.
And then I make friends through work that he's gotten to meet some of the guys.
Yeah.
And everyone here's so outgoing and nice that he just loves it.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
he's all good. It was a rocky start though because it was just so much so fast. But ultimately, yeah, he's very excited to be here.
So do you miss your friends from at home? Do you get to talk to them a lot? Because you've been so incredibly busy that you can hardly answer a text.
I've been very busy. My therapist prescribed me one social hour a day. He said the only way I can turn off my creative brain is if I'm socializing, and that includes a phone call, and I'm deathly afraid of phone calls. Like,
Wait,
I'd rather swim with
Turn
sharks.
off your creative brain or turn it on?
Turn it off. The only way I can rest my creative side of my brain is if I go out, which I'm not going to do every night. So he's like, you either have to eat lunch with somebody, which don't want to do that. I kind of have a fear of that, and I eat at weird
Why
times.
do you have a fear of that?
I don't know, what are you going to talk about? To me, that's not socializing. That's like a chore. And then B, he said you can call somebody for an hour. And I'm like
on the phone.
He said you can't send text messages. You have to have a phone call.
So I'm just going to say that's exactly what I said. So I'm glad you paid to hear that information.
Oh, you just want to be my therapist now?
No, I don't. But I just said you need to pick up the phone and call someone. Do you remember me?
Yes,
and
you
then,
did.
Then I talked to you later that day and I said, did you call today? And you were like, no, but I am.
I'm going to call him later. I don't like phone calls because when do you hang up? I don't know when to hang up. I'd rather text. It could be a text.
Well, text is not the same.
No, but I'm going to work
And
on
I
it.
thought you meant that was to get your brain going. When I talk to people, my brain starts to work a whole lot better.
Mine shuts off and I get to rest.
But I can go home and
guess.
watch like a funny show and just be completely relaxed.
I can't. I start wanting to get on Twitter or something.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so are you walking to work every day? Have you figured out all the transit around here?
Yeah, I walk to work every day. I live exactly a mile from work, the office. So I walk here. I bundle up. It's getting colder. I love the walk to work. I get a good playlist and I jam. Somebody at dinner last night was like, the walk to work is you're in a music video. And I'm like, that's so true. Like, I got my playlist playing. Okay.
You're in a music video. What, are you dancing?
I knew you weren't going to get that. It's like in your head, you pretend like you're in a music video.
Oh,
Like, do you ever look out the car window and pretend that you're in a music video?
Yes.
look out the car window?
And like,
No, but when I'm at home, I do. My niece got all blacked in windows in the front so the people couldn't see her singing in the car and dancing. I do that.
yeah.
And Joe's like, why do you care what people think? I'm like, well, because if you're at a stop sign and you're just dancing around and singing at the top of your lungs, you look like an idiot.
No, you don't. You look cool. You look happy.
Well, not when you're 58.
No, everyone does it. It's like everyone does it. You just have to like own up to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start owning up to
But
it when I get home.
that's the same idea. It's like walking to work feeling like you're
I'm prancing. I got
Yeah.
a little pep in my step. I
Yeah.
got my music in my ear. It's the start and the end to my day, so it's great.
That is good. At least you've got headphones on, or you're not walking like those guys with the big boom box
The
that pull them behind.
speakers?
It drives me nuts.
No, it's kind of selfish to like everybody
so
else's
selfish.
ears.
Yeah, I just want to go and hit him over the head.
Say, hold on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you figured out everyone's names here pretty easy, like Jack Mack, Jack McCarthy that sits across from you.
Nope,
and
Jack McCarthy sits behind me and Jack
Jack
Mack sits
in front of
across.
you. See, now how do you know? Don't you think they're kind of the same?
How do I know? Because if I was Alex Bennett and then Alex Bernard sat behind me, I'd want them to know the difference. So that's how I got it.
Okay, are you saying Mack is his real last name?
Jack, no, it's a different last name. I don't.
it's McGuire
Why do they call him Mack?
Jack Mack.
because it's like Mac Guire.
It just
Yeah,
rhymes.
got that
Jack
part.
Mack. And then Jack McCarthy's behind me.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got everybody's names down.
So if I say Jack Mack, they both might look?
No, just Jack Mack will look.
Okay, Jack McGuire. That's helpful that I know that
No,
now.
Jack McGuire will look. Yes, sorry. I was like, no.
Okay.
Oh.
And who's your favorite employee, Alex?
I don't have one.
No?
I actually, people will often ask me, is everybody as they seem? And I would say I have not met one person that is different in person than they are on the internet. And every single person is more nice.
On the internet, really?
On the interwide web.
Yeah.
I feel like people here are way calmer than you think they are.
I think they're way calmer than I thought they were going to be.
Like Brie Chicken Fry, she's like very quiet,
She's so cool. She's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, so nice and so chill. But like on TikTok, everyone knows her for being hungover all the time. She's just not like she's just very like cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, very cool, calm, and
But
collected.
but like people are way chiller in person than they are on their internet personality.
Yeah, that's true. They're like a toned down version.
100%. That's right. I
And
mean,
they
when I
come
walked in, I
alive.
thought, and everyone's very nice, polite.
Oh.
It seems like they have all had great upbringings. Everyone's just really good.
Yeah, everyone is truly kind.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to end every episode with a what, Mom?
The disagreement of the week.
Yeah, what are you mad about?
Well, you're mean to me sometimes. I'll say.
Okay. That's general.
No. The whole thing is I'll go with this one. When I text you questions, you don't respond.
Okay.
And if I send 3, and they're usually questions that I need answered, like I need this answered, and then of course you haven't responded. Oh, but I have one more that needs to be answered. You only answer the last one. And it's usually after you've responded to every single group text we're in, except for my one question, my 3 questions.
Okay.
You answer everyone but me.
I'm going to take a breath before I respond to this. I think daughters all across the world will know what I'm saying when I say this. You send me so many text messages. You pile them on, and it'll be like, I'd like to have lasagna for Thanksgiving, which is in like 4 weeks. Also, Alex, did you check your email? And it's like, yes, I've already responded to it. In my head, I'm like, yeah, you check yours now. And then it's like, on Instagram, what should I say on Insta? Like, what should my caption on Instagram be? Mind you, none of these text messages are spelled right. And you just keep firing them off to me. Like, I could be like, hey, Mom, LeBron James invited me to lunch, and I'm going to be there from 12 to 1. And you would choose from 12 to 1. My therapist says you're not trying to sabotage my life, but you would pick from 12 to 1 to send me an obscene amount of random text messages.
Because I would know that you would have your phone on silent and you would sit down and read them all after you got through.
Nobody wants to be ambushed with text messages afterwards. Just pick. I think what would help is if you had a thought about lasagna for Thanksgiving and you wrote it down.
Okay.
And you wrote down all your thoughts. I think you'd have multiple, 10 to 20 a day. And then at the end of the day, you sat down and you looked at that list and you thought, lasagna for Thanksgiving. It could be a phone call next week or just whenever it comes up. I'll cross that off. I won't hit her with that. Instagram caption. Perhaps I could think of that myself. I'm going to cross it off. But I need to know what time her flight is. That's an important one. You could send me that. That's a need to know.
Yes.
I would also suggest you spell check it. Then maybe
Okay, but you give me a hard time about that. When you misspell your text and you send them and I call you out on it, you're like, You just go on, totally ignore it like nothing happened.
I always put an asterisk and I correct my spelling below it. Always.
Okay, no, I will pull some up where you didn't.
No, please provide Instagram with screenshots from now on.
I will.
Because I guarantee you they are spelled correctly. And if
Okay.
not, I've corrected them below.
And how come when I don't answer your text, you flip completely out like, Mom, all caps.
I send one every 2 days and it's like, hey, Mom, I need the password to X within the next 2 minutes or my life's going to explode.
And I'll tell you what, I do respond to those password questions very quickly.
You do.
Yes, no matter what I'm doing. So I know when it's very important.
The beauty of always having your phone in your hand.
Yeah. You always think your texts are so important.
Most of them are.
They're
I don't
not.
send that many of them, so when I do, it's pretty important.
They're just important in your world.
Like what time to come to the
Just your
office is
world.
more
Mom,
important.
I have to have this right now.
Yeah, well, no, I need to tell you what time to come to the office, but we don't need to talk about lasagna for Thanksgiving.
Okay, well, no one said anything about lasagna for Thanksgiving, number one.
But you know that's a very good way to summarize your text messages.
It is, but not really.
It
No,
is, but
it's
not really.
It is not really. I could get why you think it may be lasagna, but all those things are important. Like, when are y'all coming home for Thanksgiving? We got to let Sherry and everybody know our schedules. There's a lot.
I'm going to do you a solid. I'm just going to do a random scroll. Just going to do a random. I'm stuck on a photo of Halloween. Okay, here we go. just past your apartment. Do you still love your apartment? You would have seen me the next day. You could have asked me that in person.
Joe wanted to know if you still thought that right this minute. So I asked.
Dad wants to go to the Natural History Museum. He mentioned that when I said we need date, but I'm thinking that would be fun for all of us to go and give us content. Also, we need to go to dinner one night soon. Want to be a few guys every night, so let me know nights that you have booked for us. I said, wait, what? You said, no, forget the last part. Oh, Ren text. She means retext on the plane. There we go. Case in point. Just a random text.
I was walking. I was walking and talking. It doesn't understand me when I talk. I should have never pushed send on that. But you got what I meant.
I did not on the random guy thing. Okay, this is a lesson to all moms, daughters, whoever out there. Do the recipients a favor and give us a proofread.
Yeah,
because you can get more done that way.
Well, my friends say the same thing.
Less back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad we resolved our conflict of the week. Now we're gonna sign off.
But we didn't solve your side.
No, just send me less texts.
And then you'll answer all the ones I send?
If you do promise to send semi-critical texts.
Okay, but it can be critical to me and not you. That's the whole point.
As long as it's spelled right, I'll respond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go. How about
Everybody's heard that now.
Yes, if she spells the text right, I will reply to the text message.
And the same goes for you.
Mine are always spelled right, but
no, they're not.
Okay, I will keep spelling them right.
I'm going to be looking for misspelled Alex text.
I know you are. Mm-hmm. And you have permission. You can put them out on the internet. Let them know.
Oh, thank you for the permission, because I'm not sure you've asked me for any permission to put anything on there.
Mom, it's your job now.
Oh, really? You just gave me permission to put those out, but everything else is my job that you can put out there?
Yeah, I've always said you can put out anything about me on the internet.
See, that's why you're acting like a boss right now.
You said I was.
Okay, go on.
It's weird because I'm your boss, but I'm also your daughter.
Yeah.
It's kind of confusing. But you like your job, right?
Yeah.
Tell the people you like your job. If you like your job, don't lie. But if you do, tell them you like it. Do you like your job?
You're being kind of forceful about that. Tell the people you like your job right now.
No. Mom, this next sentence that comes out of your mouth is either going to be you like your job or you hate your job. You hate your job, but don't lie.
I love my job.
Love?
Mm-hmm. I love my job.
One more time.
I love my job.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Thanks.
I love working with you.
Oh, good.
Although lunch was rough today. Okay, let's recap. We've got a hotline. We're going to give you the number tomorrow. If you're listening to this on Friday, we're giving it to you today. Call the number and tell us what drives you crazy about your mom or your daughter. And from there, that's all.
That's all. We will see you next week.
If you want to keep seeing us fight and love each other visually, subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on all of our Instagram accounts. Like, subscribe, follow, write us a review, all the other things that everybody else says at the end of their podcast. Do that for us because we're new. We're new here.
Yes, and we need some love, love, love.
Because we love you guys. And we will see you next week. Thank you for listening to 'Cause I Said So, episode 1.
And we will see you next week.
We're for sure going to see him next week. You said it 3 times.
Well, I don't know what else to say because you're saying all the others.
Say something else.
Have a great week.
Of all the things to say.
Have a lovely night.
And that's perfect.